Welcome back, everybody. Automotive Inc. Well, we got Optimus back, so if you haven't seen any of this stuff recently on my 25 Chevy Silverado HD, then make sure you go over to the channel and check that out. I will link those down below. Also, smash the subscribe button for me. It helps the small channel out. If after all of this tobacco with my 24 Ford and this, I'd appreciate the favor. Just thumbs up and notification bells and subscribing. It would definitely help me out. So, let's talk turkey. Bought this 25 Chevy Silverado HD. It's been a fantastic truck, right around 2,600 miles. Unfortunately, we had some hail, about $8,000 worth of damage to the truck, and picked out a body shop. I'm not going to name it yet, and I'll tell you why here in just a second. And so we took it in. They repaired the hail, and I told them to hold off on the hood because this paint is hard to match. Then once I went to pick it up, found new damage, headliner, etc., so forth. Go check out that video. And then, so I dropped it off 5.5 weeks ago, and I just picked it up today. They got it done at Chevy much quicker. Why was it at Chevy? Well, because they actually damaged some more stuff while they were doing it, and had to go sit at Chevy from last Thursday to today, which is Wednesday. Thank you. Yep, it's Wednesday. So, first things first, let's talk about what they did.
All right, so as of recently, guys, if you have a new GM truck, there is a specific way to jump it. A lot of people will take this cover off, connect your negative here and connect your positive here. If you cross that, you just messed it up. So you can see that these look like they're brand new. It's because they did. They blew up my megawatt mega fuses, and this was something that had to be ordered from Chevy to get done. If you look real close right here, you can see the burn marks on my terminal. So they obviously jumped it here. I can't see anything here. I don't see anything here, but basically this mega fuse is to prevent you burning up the entire wiring system. Now let's go over here, and if you have 2 licks of sense, or you pay attention, or you find a cool channel on YouTube to tell you how to jump it, there's your positive post, there's your negative post, you jump the battery, you're done, guys. It's even wide enough to put a damn clamp in. So, took this cover off, big fuse block in there. Now, Chevy did say that they replaced the mega fuses and upper block. I'm guessing it's this thing under this. Don't know, didn't get any paperwork on it because the shop had them as the primary contact, which kind of ticks me off, but I guess I get it. So, but I did call the Chevy dealership interim of that, and they said that it was the upper block and mega fuses. So now you know how to jump a new Silverado pickup. Don't do that. And if you do, make sure it's on 12 volts. Don't put 24 volts or a boost start through the opposite terminals. Like I said, you can see the burn marks on that terminal. I would have definitely had that little piece changed out so I didn't see it. But doing enough research, going through Chevy forums and everything like that, there we go. So they did that. Now you're probably also wondering why I'm not ready to name the shop. Well, I'm a handshake guy, and according to Colorado laws, I can go retain an attorney for several hundreds of dollars an hour, only to fight them for the Fair Motor Vehicle Repair Act. Basically, it covers a consumer that if you take your vehicle to a shop and they cause damage to it, they're responsible for that, or you have consumer protections for it. However, if you're going to go after somebody to say, buy this thing, you got to get an attorney. And if that's the case, depending on the amount, which this is over $15,000 in Colorado, you have to take it up to the high courts. And guys, I love my channel, and I love putting out videos for you guys, but I'm going to be honest with you. I don't make a ton of money. I don't even make enough to cover the payment on this thing, especially when I was running 2 trucks. So we had to really kind of make a decision as to, okay, fine. So I'm not going to name the shop. Why? Because as good as they haven't been, and there is new damage that I'm just stuck with, they're going to try 2 different ways to make this right. And I told them the 2 ways, which would be 1, find a dealer who's willing to buy it so I'm not buried in it, or 2, a monetary compensation for the time I would have been a rental car, and obviously the damaged pieces that I told them not to fix, because I didn't want them taking any more apart. So the hood actually looks good. No new damage there. But let's walk around. I'm going to show you the inside. Now, as I told you guys before, when it goes into a shop, there's going to get some dust in here. But you see they kind of scratched the hell out of my my foyer here. Now luckily I clear brought this, but I got it. And then the truck itself is just filthy. You can't really see it. You can see some of the bigger debris. There's a scratch on the leather here on the steering wheel. There's a couple rub marks here. Looks like somebody's tools were rubbing on it when they were climbing in it. Like I said, just a lot of dirt. We can go up here. Dirt, grime, Bondo dust. Look at my HUD. That's covered in dirt. Big chunks of stuff there. Like the whole dashboard's white. So I'm getting ready to detail it. And now they did say they would wipe it down. So the fact that it's not clean, I chose that because I don't want people using chemicals in here. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't have ever been this dirty. Now, if we look up here, we have some black marks on the brand new headliner that they replaced. We have on my rear view mirror up here, they didn't replace this plastic that they scratched all up. So I'm gonna have to address that. They got black windshield urethane on the bottom of my mirror here. So it takes some chemicals to get that off. That's kind of a bummer that they didn't replace this, but at this point, it is what it is. Now, I don't know what's going on here, but this trim piece is supposed to be flat. So I'm not sure why this would have been off, unless Chevy did, but you can see right over here, it's flush. We got some new scratches here, here, and here on there. The B-pillar plastic over there is damaged. I haven't really got too much deeper in here to see what's going on. Like I said, the damage was on the dash. That's actually a piece that can be replaced. This little corner plastic piece of the dash, that's what they cut. I thought it was all one piece, but I've done enough research. But the tolerances here have changed. Like there's a big gap over there. You probably can't see it, but you can kind of see underneath that chrome piece. You can see the actual clips for it. Then you come over here and you don't see that. So again, not for sure why they did that. Dust galore everywhere in here. This truck's been dissected several times to take out the headliner, take out the windshield, do this, do that. They forgot the trim on the roof, so they're looking for that part. Of course, they billed my insurance, and I found out that my insurance actually covered the damage to the headliner, so lucky for them. But you can see right here, we'll see how well these hold up, because again, Chevy plastics just don't hold well when it comes to beating them up. And you can't, it's hard to see in here, these scratches. There's a big scratch, because they just took these off and dropped them, and they scraped all the way down. Can you see this mark? Probably not. It's hard to see on any camera, just based on lighting. There's my new belt trim moldings, because I told them not to mess with that. Not sure why I have a chalky handprint underneath there. They shouldn't have flipped my seat up. We're on the other side now, so again, more footprints, more this, more that. You know, you can't really see with the lighting, the scratches on this. Unfortunately, they're there. But yeah, it's devastatingly sad, guys. You know, like I said, just to see all these scratches. And me the other day said, well, you're just being, you know, you're being too picky. Well, if there's gonna be a scratch on my truck, it's gonna come from me, especially because this truck is brand new. I wouldn't myself even envision if this truck had 20,000 miles on it and I brought it in for a detail, that it would be okay if I just beat it up in some sense or tear it or scratch it. I would feel obligated to not only let them know, but fix it, pay for it to be fixed, to get it right for them. But I've never had that happen. Now, maybe it's just because I care about other people's stuff, especially if it's not mine and I'm doing work on it. Or it's just value, man. You just have to have values and stuff. So here's the tools and gloves I left them. Of course, they didn't use the gloves. We can tell that. So we'll see how much of these scratches come off. You know, I don't know how much is goop and how much is popped out and whatnot. But I mean, yeah, it's pretty disappointing. Now you can kind of see over here all of that dirt and grime and dust. Hey, look at this. I would never treat my truck like this in a trillion years. So, did you guys hear that? That did not sound good. Let's see if we can hear that again. That's a new noise. So, let's just pop the door. Interesting.
I'm not sure what that was. Basically, my fear and concern is by sending the volts through that system, even though it blew it, I don't know what the heck they could have done to this truck and damaged it. So we're going to try and see if they can find some place to get me to buy it so I can trade into another product so we can run it on the channel. But there is my update on the 2025 Chevy Silverado, guys. Again, we got a lot of stuff that I got to do before I can even drive it. We got my dad's truck, if you didn't see that video the other day. Didn't know if we were going to even have this one back for the trip. And I'm going to take that one because I trust it more. I do not trust this truck. I don't know what the hell that electrical snap, crackle, pop sound was, but I didn't like it. And that's what it sounded like to me. So we're going to keep trucking. We'll keep you guys up to date on it. And as always, guys, I appreciate you guys being here. Catch you on the next one.